But we want to begin tonight with a night of chaos in Munich, Germany, after a suspected terror attack. A shooting rampage at a mall killed at least 8 people, left 10 others wounded. The city was under lockdown as police hunted for the gunman. Hospitals were in catastrophe mode, and Germany's elite anti-terrorism forces took command of the scene. Now, 8 hours after shots rang out near a McDonald's restaurant, police announced that the gunman responsible committed suicide. Witnesses had reported seeing 3 people with guns, leading to a police manhunt for other suspects. Omar Debaga-Pacheco has been following all of these details from our Vancouver newsroom here, and they have been fast-moving, Omar.
They're moving very quickly, and, you can imagine Munich, a place where 1.4 million people live, a small town. Throughout the day, they've had to shelter in place. The subways, the trains, the highways have been shut down. Elite forces have been on the streets. There was a manhunt. We're hearing local reports right now, still unconfirmed, but local reports saying that they have found someone they believe to be the shooter, that he died by suicide, and that they believe he acted alone. But again, those are unconfirmed local reports. We expect to hear from police shortly. Here's how this all started, though. It was before 6 p.m. local time in Munich, near a shopping mall, the Olympia shopping mall. A gunman opened fire at a McDonald's downtown near that mall. Then we heard reports that the Olympia shopping center was reporting that there were gunshots fired inside there. People had seen a shooter above the mall parking lot on a roof. They had seen him shooting from the top of that roof. A lot of video coming to Twitter depicting those scenes, both at the McDonald's and up top of the mall. And then police moved quickly to shut down the subway, the trains, the highways. They brought in their elite anti-terror force. They were looking for, initially, they said up to 3 suspects. And now, as I mentioned, those local reports saying they believe he may have acted alone. We're expecting to hear from police shortly. The latest on the dead, we're hearing 9 victims found so far, plus a 10th body, a suicide. And at the time, even when they found this 10th body, they believed it may be the shooter. That person had a backpack, so police sent a robot in to inspect the backpack. We also heard that they found a vehicle. They were looking into that vehicle, whether it was related to the suspects. As far as injured, there are at least 10 people injured, and hospitals had put a call out to bring in extra staff as they expected that number could possibly rise.
Now, Omar, we have heard possible terror attack, but that's not been necessarily confirmed. What do we know about a possible motive?
We're expecting to hear from police very shortly, and we are keeping track of that. The latest that they've told us is that, they had held a press conference earlier today. They said the motive was unclear. They called this a shooting rampage. They weren't confirming nor ruling out terrorist links, and by that they meant a religious, political, or ideological motive. They're investigating along those lines, they said, but they also said that they were getting contradictory evidence, and so they're trying to sift through all of that right now. 100 witnesses witnessed this shooting, and so they're speaking to all of them. Take a listen to what they said earlier today when it came to motive in that press conference.
If someone walks into a shopping center with a long firearm, and those were the initial reports, and considering what happened over the past few weeks in Europe, I think it's justified to operate under this worst possible assumption.
And to Canadians who might be in Munich right now, what's the message to them?
Popular tourist destination for sure. Canadian government advice to Canadians right now. I want to read you a statement they put out. A major police operation is underway in the Munich district of Munich. This was earlier when that police operation was underway in response to a shooting at the Olympia shopping mall. If you're in Munich, remain indoors, follow the instructions of local authorities, and monitor local media for the latest developments. Well, the latest developments being that it appears that the lockdown seems to have eased at least slightly. We did also speak to a man from Ottawa who was there. Here's how he describes the situation as he was hearing of these reports.
As we were sort of walking and sort of learning what was happening and hearing these rumors that that a shooting had taken place in downtown Munich, in the area we had just walked through, that was a very bizarre feeling. And then after that, not knowing exactly what was going on, not knowing if there were attacks going on at that moment.
And Sarah, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau also expressing his condolences and says he is monitoring the situation.
Thanks for that, Omar.
Okay.